Have you ever seen your pup standing still and lifting one paw and thought, what's up with that? It's a cute little quirk that can actually mean a lot of different things. Dogs use their paws to communicate just like we use words, and understanding this can help you better connect with your furry friend. In this video, we're diving into what does it mean when a dog raises one paw while they're standing still. From excitement and curiosity to more serious signs like pain or anxiety, this behavior can tell you much about how your dog feels. So let's break it down and see what your pup might be trying to say. 1. Curiosity. Dogs are naturally inquisitive, and when they spot something new or unfamiliar, they might lift a paw as part of their investigation. Imagine you're walking your dog and they suddenly hear a strange noise or see something out of the ordinary. You might notice them stop, lift one paw, and tilt their head. It's like they're saying, what's that? This little gesture is your dog's way of showing that they're interested and trying to make sense of their surrounding. It's a sign that they're engaged and paying close attention to something that's caught their eye or ear. This behavior is common and perfectly normal for dogs who are curious about the world around them. It's their way of exploring and figuring things out, using their senses to understand new stimuli. So if you see your dog lifting a paw while investigating something, it's a good indicator that they're curious and trying to process what they're experiencing. It's a natural part of their behavior and shows just how attentive and engaged they are with their environment. 2. Anticipation or excitement. Next up is anticipation or excitement. Dogs are creatures of habit, and they quickly learn to associate certain actions with rewards or fun. If your dog is eagerly waiting for something they enjoy, like playtime or a tasty treat, they might lift a paw as a sign of their excitement. Picture this. You're holding a ball and getting ready to throw it, or maybe you're about to give your dog a treat. Your pup might stand still, lift one paw, and look at you with those big, hopeful eyes. This raised paw is their way of saying, I'm so excited, can't wait for you to throw the ball, or I'm ready for that treat. This behavior is all about showing their eagerness and anticipation for something enjoyable. It's a clear sign that they're on the edge of their seat, ready for the fun to begin. So when you see that paw go up, it's a great sign that your dog is thrilled and waiting for the action to start. It's one of the many ways they express their joy and excitement. 3. Submission or uncertainty. Sometimes a raised paw can indicate that your dog is feeling a bit unsure or submissive. This can happen in new or unfamiliar situations, like meeting new dogs or visiting a different place. If your dog lifts a paw and seems hesitant, it might be their way of saying, I'm not sure about this, please be gentle. If your dog is in a new environment or around unfamiliar people or animals, you might notice them raising a paw as part of their body language. This gesture can be a sign that they're feeling a bit nervous or vulnerable. It's their way of communicating that they're not completely comfortable and are seeking reassurance. Understanding this behavior is important because it can help you respond appropriately to your dog's feelings. If you notice your dog raising their paw and showing signs of uncertainty, try to provide them with a sense of security and comfort. It might be as simple as offering a calm presence or gently reassuring them. Recognizing and addressing their feelings can help them feel more at ease in new situations. 4. Focus or concentration. Moving on to focus or concentration, a raised paw can also indicate that your dog is deeply focused on something. This behavior is often seen in dogs that are engaged in a specific task, like hunting or retrieving. When a dog is intensely concentrating, they might lift a paw as part of their focused stance. Imagine a hunting dog that has spotted a bird in the distance. The dog might freeze, lift one paw, and point it toward the prey. This classic pointing stance is a sign that the dog is fully concentrated on their target. It's a way for them to show that they're completely locked in on what they're focusing on. Even if your dog isn't a trained hunter, you might see this behavior when they're intensely focused on something like a toy or a treat. The raised paw is a clear indicator that they're paying close attention and are ready to act. It's a way for them to show their dedication and concentration on the task at hand. So when you see that paw go up, know that your dog is deeply engaged and ready to make their move. 5. Request for attention. Let's dive into how a raised paw can be a request for attention. Dogs are experts at using body language to communicate their needs, and lifting a paw is one of their go-to moves. If your dog lifts a paw and looks at you with those adorable eyes, they might be asking for something, whether it's a scratch behind the ears or a tasty snack. For instance, if you're lounging on the couch and your dog comes over, lifts a paw, and places it on your leg, they're probably signaling that they want some attention. This simple gesture is their way of saying, hey, I'm here, can you give me a pet or a treat? This behavior shows how well dogs have learned to interact with us. They understand that raising a paw gets them noticed and often leads to a positive response from us. So if your dog is lifting a paw, it's a gentle reminder that they need or want something. It's a sweet way for them to get your attention and ensure they're not overlooked. 6. Learned behavior. Let's talk about learned behavior. Dogs are quick learners, especially when it comes to behaviors that lead to rewards. If your dog has figured out that raising a paw gets them treats or affection, they might start doing it more often as a learned habit. If you've rewarded your dog with treats every time they lift their paw, they'll quickly catch on and start doing it more frequently. They've learned that this action leads to positive outcomes, so they'll use it to get what they want. This behavior is a great example of how dogs adapt and learn from their experiences. They figure out what works and use it to their advantage. If your dog's paw raising has become a regular part of their routine, it's likely because they've learned that it gets them rewards. It's a clever way for them to communicate and get what they're after. 7. Discomfort or pain. Sometimes a raised paw can be a sign that your dog is experiencing discomfort or pain. If your dog lifts a paw and seems hesitant to put it back down, it might indicate that something's wrong, like an injury or soreness. If your dog steps on something sharp or has a minor injury, they might lift their paw to avoid putting weight on it. This is their way of protecting the injured area and signaling that they're in pain. If you notice this behavior along with other signs of discomfort, like whining or limping, it's a good idea to check their paw for any injuries or take them to the vet for a closer look. Being attentive to this behavior is crucial because it can help you address potential health issues promptly. If your dog is lifting their paw and showing signs of pain, it's important to investigate and provide the necessary care to ensure their well-being. 8. Fear or anxiety. A raised paw can also be a sign of fear or anxiety. Dogs, like people, can get scared or anxious, and they often use body language to express these feelings. If your dog is lifting a paw in a stressful situation, like during a vet visit or a thunderstorm, it might be a sign that they're feeling nervous. It is accompanied by other signs of anxiety, such as trembling, hiding, or excessive barking. It's clear that they're feeling stressed. This behavior is their way of showing their unease and asking for support. Understanding this can help you provide comfort and reassurance during stressful times. When you notice your dog exhibiting this behavior, try to create a calming environment and offer soothing interactions. Being aware of their anxiety can help you provide the support they need to feel more secure and less stressed. 9. Hunger or thirst. A raised paw is simply a way for your dog to communicate that they're hungry or thirsty. If your dog is feeling peckish or needs a drink, they might lift a paw to get your attention and let you know it's time for a snack or a meal. If your dog stands by their food bowl and raises a paw, it's a clear signal that they're asking for food. Similarly, if they lift a paw near their water dish, they might be telling you they're thirsty. This behavior is a straightforward way for them to communicate their basic needs. This behavior helps you respond promptly to your dog's needs. If they're lifting a paw near their food or water, it's a sign that they're ready for a meal or a drink. It's one of the many ways dogs use to make sure their needs are met. 10. Playfulness. Lastly, let's talk about playfulness. A raised paw can be a fun, playful gesture from your dog. Dogs love to play and often use body language to invite others to join in the fun. If your dog lifts a paw and seems excited, it might be their way of saying, "Let's play." For example, if your dog lifts a paw and then drops into a play bow, wagging their tail and looking thrilled, it's a classic invitation to play. This gesture shows that they're in a playful mood and want to engage with you or other dogs. If you notice your dog raising their paw, take a moment to observe what's happening around them. Whether they're curious, excited, or need a bit of comfort, understanding their body language can help you respond appropriately and strengthen your bond with your furry friend. Got any stories about your dog's paw-lifting behavior? Share them in the comments. And remember, if you ever have concerns about your dog's behavior or health, don't hesitate to consult with a vet. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on understanding your beloved pup.